Welcome everyone to Dre's Wrestling Talks podcast, and this is the fallout from the Royal Rumble from Saturday night. And we how we're gonna do this one's gonna be different. Instead of me going ahead and going per matches, we're gonna start off with the two title matches first, and then we'll talk about both of the Royal Rumbles and my real thoughts because I'm glad they do it on Saturdays nights nowadays. That way it gives me time to reflect and think out everything that I need to think out. So if you're new to the podcast, make sure you hit the share button, follow button, like it, share everywhere. The podcast is available on Spotify, Amazon Music, and I forgot the other one name. iHeartRadio, sorry. So let's get started. Let's start off with the tag team championships was on the line. A 2 out of 3 falls match. The DIY retained their tag team titles over the Motor City Machine Guns. So, as you guys know, someone who's been watching, who pays attention to the reaction to some of the crowd bases, they've been doing a pretty solid job at building the SmackDown's tag team division, right? I think they've done a pretty good job at building up that division because they've put in some real work to it. They added the machine guns and they started building the tag division around the machine guns. Perfect. Good. Wonderful. I'm happy about that. So, with that being said, you can tell that the audience haven't really jumped on the jump on the bandwagon of the tag team division because it's something we've seen before. It's just weird thing in the past to where WWE would build up the tag team division and they'll care for about a good year, maybe 6 months, and then it just dies off the face of the earth. It happens way too easy for the WWE standards. They do it way too easy. So I can see why a lot of fans are kind of having their hands back. But at the same time, I also believe that this is the fans saying, no, I also believe that they're doing the work, but people are not hanging on to the ideals. You know what I'm saying? DIY as the tag team champions, as a heel tag team champions, they're okay with it. I think the fans are okay with it, but they don't really care about DIY on the main roster at this moment of time. I'm stuttering. Motor City Machine Guns, once again, they know about the names, they hear about the accolades and all that good stuff, but in the same voice, they don't really care too much about them either. They know they're supposed to be cheering for them. They know they're big time guys from TNA, but the same voice, they don't really care too much about it. And that's the crazy part about the mid-card division. I mean, about the tag team division is a whole bunch of, yeah, we know about them, but we really don't care because y'all haven't really cared. The match, the match itself, I think the match was okay. I think it was solid. But I also believe they didn't really hit that next gear that I thought they was gonna hit. You know what I'm saying? We have them in the ring going at it, putting on some good putting on a contest, but it never hit a second or third gear to make it one of the best 2 out of 3 matches in history. You know, and it's kind of hard to do 2 out of 3 falls matches anyway, mainly because you have to think about how to be either A, very predictable, or B, you have to be unpredictable as best as possible. So how can one do that? Well, you have one way to the unpredictable route, which is a team winning 2 straight, which the match is fantastic, but the winner team just won 2 straight. The predictable about it is the 1-1 and then whoever decides the final fall. And that's what the separation becomes when it comes to the 2 out of 3 falls matches. So here we had it to where they almost did the exact same thing that the Bar and the New Day did, to where it was a fake tag, and then they get the roll up win on that one. That was the very first fall they did. Ciampa ended up winning with the big knee and got the first win. Motor City Machine Gun was able to hit their tag team finisher for the second win, and then the last ending, it is actually the Street Profits. The Street Profits came out there, distracted the referee. Forbes distracted the referee. Dawkins came out there with a clutch and hit, was a Sabin. I think it was Saban. Saban in the back with it. DIY follow up with Meat in the middle, and they won the match. And then Street Profits pretty much attacked the DIY after the match too, and hold on to tag team titles. And that might confuse a lot of people. A lot of people think they turned to a heels and they didn't. Reality, this is I won't say it's a heel turn. This is a get back moment. You know what I'm saying? What is the get back moment? Don't forget, you guys, the Street Profits was supposed to go after the tag team titles, right? Well, then DIY interfered and took them out. You also had the Motor City Machine Guns also coming in and taking the tag team titles also. So you had pretty much two different teams taking the tag team titles that should have been the Street Profits' chance to get those tag team titles back. That led to them attacking both teams, showcasing that we might be seeing a triple threat. I would probably say it's probably gonna be a fatal four-way tag team title match. There's gonna be a different team that's gonna be added to that, whether that's the Pretty Deadly, or I don't know, actually. I'm assuming it's going to be a triple threat, but it could be a fatal four-way because they like to add as many people to a card for the match for WrestleMania anyway. Solid, like I said, solid, okay match. Like I said, it should have hit another gear for me to actually feel like it was going to be better than it was. They never did. Let's go over to Cody versus Kevin Owens for the WWE Championship ladder match. And brutal. I like brutality. Of course, if you guys do not know, I like brutality in my wrestling matches a lot of the times. So this match was pretty much brutal majority of the time. Crazy spots, and I guess a lot of people feel like the ending was not a good ending, not enough. We had Sami Zayn come out there, and Sami's out there, but what is he out there for? He didn't interfere in the match. He didn't do anything. He just checked on the well-being of Kevin Owens more than Cody Rhodes. And I thought maybe they're going to do something with that. They did not. They did not. So, once again, what was the point of him running out there for this ladder match? You know what I'm saying? It didn't do anything. It didn't push anything. It didn't solidify anything. He was just out there for decorations, apparently. But the end of the match comes with Cody Rhodes. They had set the ladder up on the outside like they normally do in ladder matches for a big spot. Kevin Owens was looking to give Cody the package pile driver through the ladder. Cody reverses it with the Alabama Slam through a ladder, and Cody retained the championship. And that was it. All while Sami Zayn was out there staring, and that was pretty much it. Like I said, I didn't understand what was the reason behind Sami Zayn being out there as a cheerleader, pretty much. I don't like. He's like, oh my gosh, my best friend is going against Cody, and I'm not interfering in this match. I'm not doing any distractions. I'm not thinking about doing anything. I'm just literally out there staring and cheering. That's a waste of a spot. That's a waste of a spot if you're not gonna do anything with it, in my personal opinion. But Cody winning. I think, sorry, I forgot distracted, y'all. I forgot, I lost my track. No, I think a lot of people was assuming that there'd be something bigger than that. You know what I'm saying? Something bigger. Maybe Sami Zayn was going to jump on a ladder and do something, or I don't know. It do feel like it should have been something else that should have happened in the middle of the match, but nothing happened in the middle of the match. It's just Cody Rhodes, Alabama Slammer, the Kevin Owens through a ladder. Okay. Cody's climbing the ladder, grab the title, end of the match. Oh, that's it? Okay. I mean, like I said, sometimes predictability could be good, and at the same time, they could be bad. And this one, not gonna lie, it didn't really matter to me because I was like, I don't think they was gonna not get the title, keep the title on Cody. I think that was a foregone conclusion. That would have been crazy. Like I said, I did book it. Well, I never did my predictions, did I? Nope, I never did my predictions. But one of my thought process was the fact that they could run with Cody losing the championship to Kevin Owens officially. Even though they had to run it back and everything, he still loses it just to set up a Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn WrestleMania match for WrestleMania for the championship, for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania, the main event. But ultimately, that's not the case, which I'm not surprised. But moving forward now, I don't know what you do with the Kevin Owens gimmick. I mean, he only turned because he was right. I mean, he felt like he was right all this time frame. But now that he lost, this is twice in a row he's lost. Or 3 times against Cody. There is nothing for Kevin Owens to climb onto. There's nothing for him to get another opportunity. There's nothing. We're just done with Cody. I mean, we're just done with this. For Cody Rhodes, this is the interesting part. For Cody Rhodes now, especially with how the main event of the Royal Rumble ended, it's interesting to see what's the next logical step for Cody. I think we know what it is. I think I know what it is, and I think you know what it is. And now that I'm thinking about it, the ending at the ending of the pay-per-view, I'm twisting it now. It's going to be a different. We'll talk about it. It should be interesting to see what Cody Rhodes do for WrestleMania, because the route I thought they was going with didn't happen. Another route that I thought they was going to go with, I don't think that's happening either. But then, with my mindset, and y'all know y'all listen, I know exactly what's going to happen, I think. I have crazy predictions. We'll get there in a minute. Let's jump over to now the Women's Royal Rumble match. For the past, 2-3 years, I want to say, the Women's Royal Rumble match has been on fire. It's been the better of the Royal Rumble matches between them and the men's. The men's always been lacking heavily. And this year, I would say it's about even. I'll say it's about even. I'll say, yeah, let's go even. For the Women's Royal Rumble, we really didn't get any surprises. I'm not going to lie. We didn't get any surprises outside of Nikki Bella returning at 30 and Trish Stratus coming in. Outside of those two, no surprising. There was no surprise for me that I didn't see coming. Oh, and the return of Alexa Bliss. I'm sorry. Alexa Bliss. She returned too. I almost forgot. I forgot about the goddess. My fault. I'm a big fan still. Outside of them, nothing really surprised me, NXT call-ups. I mean, not NXT call-ups, but NXT women's wrestling coming in to compete in the Royal Rumble. You can check that off. That's not surprising. That's usually has been for a couple years now. We got pretty much majority of the main roster females, and when I was looking at this, I could tell that the women's division needs a shot in the arm one more time. A good staying power. We might have it now. We might be able to have it, but it has to showcase itself, if that makes sense. It has to showcase itself. Because while we have Rhea and Tiffany as the women's world champions, Chelsea Green and Valkyria is the mid-card champions, and now just everybody else. Right? We have everybody else. I think Lash Legend's going to be a big-time name that they will push on the main roster heavily. Whether or not they leave Jakara Jackson behind while they try to push Lash Legend, that's a whole different thing. I don't know. So I did thought she was going to be in this Royal Rumble. That was not the case. So that right there tells me that they are 100% behind Lash Legend. Don't worry. I'm 100% behind Lash Legend for a little bit too myself. I think it's been like last year or something like that. I think whenever she picked up Otis and body slammed her, and I actually got to see a little bit more of her work, I became a big fan of Lash Legend and myself too. I thought she was going to be a big personality. I could tell because she used to have that her little TV show that she was doing in NXT in the very beginning of the 2.0 whenever they started that, and she was becoming something, and she was like getting her face out there and stuff like that. I was cool with that. It just whenever she got into the ring, I was like, oh, okay, that's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. And right now, for the WWE, they need that heavily. They need more strong black women singles wrestlers dominating the main rosters. And they're getting that. They had a great moment in the Royal Rumble to where it was Naomi, Bianca, Lash Legend, and what's her name? Jada Parker. All four of them pretty much celebrating all of them in the ring together. Perfect. Would have made this more perfect would have been Jade Cargill returning, but hands off. I don't write the stories. I don't write for the WWE because Triple H don't want them problems. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That was cool. Cool moments. Cool moments. That shows you they can build something there. They can build something there. The ending. Ending. Shout out to Roxanne Perez. She was the Iron Woman of this match. And she did fantastic stepping into the ring with some of the current, even future Hall of Fame women. She did fantastic. Definitely enjoyed that. She, being part of the bottom two with Charlotte, was definitely a surprise. Oh, where she was the bottom two? Yeah, I'm pretty sure she was the bottom two, right? Right. Yep, with Charlotte. Perfect touch. Perfect touch for an outstanding night for Roxanne Perez. She did fantastic. That case to me, I think, if I'm not mistaken, she is officially called up to the main roster, Monday Night Raw brand, by the way. That's wonderful because they need to get her on the main roster and start her working ASAP. Now they have options. The options is to let her take the title off of Vicaria as early as WrestleMania, if I'm booking, or you wait until she gets the Money in the Bank briefcase and do it. Either or. Right now she's working the heel gimmick. She's a really good heel. Solid heel, I guess. You can go back and forth. She can also work that babyface gimmick when she does turn to a babyface. She has that. So she has range, which is what you need for the future of women's wrestling. Range to do both and to be perfect with them both. I think she has that. The ending of Charlotte Flair returning to win. That's a bad taste in my mouth. I ain't gonna lie. That's a bad taste in my mouth. I predicted Nia Jax to win the Royal Rumble. Why? Last year alone, she carried the women's SmackDown side. She won the Queen of the Ring tournament. She took the title off of Bayley. She's put it in the best work of her career. Promo skills, in-ring skills, everything that you need for Nia, she's done it all within a full calendar year. Personally, especially after her losing the title to Tiffany, I was like, they're going to have Tiffany versus Nia at WrestleMania. It's what I saw. But no. They said, no, thank you. We'll just get this back to Charlotte. I was like, that's a choice. Not only is that a choice, but I think a lot of y'all are negating what the main event will be for the women's. So as soon as she won, I'm on social media at times and I scroll through when I'm looking for wrestling stuff, pay-per-view results. People say, oh, Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte, it's going to be a great match. Yeah, I know that's not the main event. Yeah, I know that's not the match for WrestleMania, right? Y'all don't know? No. Y'all didn't know that? Okay, I'm sorry. The main event for WrestleMania for Charlotte Flair is Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley, Part 3. I think y'all forgot about that. Yep, that's Part 3. Part 1, Charlotte defeated Rhea Ripley beforehand and took the NXT Women's Championship off of her when she won the first Royal Rumble match. That's what Charlotte Flair did. The second time Rhea Ripley won the Women's Royal Rumble, she went on and defeated Charlotte Flair to become the Women's Champion. That's Part 2. This is Part 3. Charlotte Flair has won the Royal Rumble again. Guess who's the world champion right now? It is Charlotte Flair. They showed a little backstage thing of Rhea and Tiffany, and Rhea was like, "Haha, you have fun. Good luck with that." Don't get it twisted, y'all. They're running Charlotte versus Rhea Part 3 at WrestleMania. They're running that at WrestleMania. Yeah. If I'm wrong, I promise you I will stop predicting. But I'm telling you, that's the main event. You know why? Rumors. And I hate reading rumors. You need to go wash your hands and get out the bathroom. If you're not done washing your hands by the time I put this up, you're gonna get in trouble. Thank you. I hate reading the rumors part. They said they have big plans for Rhea Ripley for WrestleMania. Liv and Raquel are going to be in the tag team division because they're done with the Liv Morgan stuff as a singles wrestler. What's the biggest match to y'all? Tiffany versus Charlotte. Tiffany legitimately just got that championship. Or is it going to be Rhea versus Charlotte Part 3, where you don't know who's going to win? Not only that, but look at the Raw division. Who's stepping up to Rhea right now? Nobody. Bayley, we thought Bayley was going to be something. Bayley literally lost to Nia Jax the Monday night before the Saturday night's main event. So clearly, it's not Bayley. It's clearly not Valkyria. It's clearly not Liv Morgan no more, or Raquel, or throw out whoever names. And Becky Lynch didn't come back. It is Charlotte Flair. That's what they're gonna do. I can almost guarantee that Monday night on Raw, you'll hear from Charlotte, and Charlotte's gonna say she's going after Rhea. I can almost see it. It's a very predictable promo. It's kind of crazy. Very predictable promo. I can almost see it. I can just see it. She comes out there, or Rhea comes out there talking to mess or something, or it's gonna be something, and Charlotte's gonna like, we're running this back because I'm getting my lick back. Come on now. I've seen this before. I wrote the tape almost. I wrote the tape. That's the match they're gonna do. Charlotte versus Rhea Part 3, WrestleMania. If I'm lying, if I'm wrong, I'm quiet. But if I'm right, y'all know we out here to source from. Number one, your best source to ever hear stuff like this. That's the match. That is 100% the match. Finally, the men's World Rumble match. The men's World Rumble match was better than last year, better than a few years now, because one, for the first time in how long has it been for me? It's been probably the first time since Sheamus won. First time since Sheamus? Yeah. First time since Sheamus, I think, and that was like 2012. We have an unpredictable World Rumble winner. For the first time, you had options. So many options. I don't think it's kind of funny. It's kind of crazy. You can go the John Cena route, the Seth Rollins route, the CM Punk route, the Drew McIntyre route, the Roman Reigns route. I'm forgetting somebody, ain't I? The Damian Priest route. I don't think anybody was going for that route. But you had multiple routes to go to because so much storylines are intertwined with one another. The route that they went with is a route that I still processing, but I figure out the twist to it. See, when you've been watching, you get thrown off by the results. But then when you have 24 hours to think about it, you talk about with your significant other if you have one. Shout out to the wife. And you actually pay attention. I got it. I finally got it. They let Jey Uso win because Jey Uso is going to cash in his opportunity for the World Championship against Gunther before WrestleMania. Dang. Andre, why would you say that? Because I synced it. That's why. I was thrown back. I ain't gonna lie. I was thrown back because they had it to where it seemed like CM Punk was gonna win. They did that last year, but this one was really heavy this year. I was like, yeah, CM Punk winning makes a lot more sense. Him and Cody Rhodes cut that crazy promo on SmackDown, and I think Roman Reigns ain't getting that. I said, they're not gonna let Roman get that because it's way too early for him. I said, yeah, it's gonna be Punk versus Rhodes, The Rock versus Rollins probably or something. It's gonna be something crazy like that. And then whenever It started off when Drew McIntyre got eliminated by Damian Priest. That threw me off. I was like, wait, why he got? I was like, wait, they eliminated him quick. Okay, they eliminated him. Turn around, CM Punk eliminated both Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. That makes sense to me. Then Logan Paul eliminated CM Punk. That didn't make sense to me. And I was like, they're not. I was like, wait a second, they're not about to run Punk and Logan Paul at WrestleMania because, respectfully, and I do mean respectfully, Logan Paul is a very athletic in-ring competitor. He's starting to become a little bit more believable when he starts doing more work. But he's not on CM Punk's level, respectfully. In my personal opinion, he still has a lot more work to do. And I thought he's going to be full-time. Clearly, he lied to me. I thought my assumptions was wrong. He's not going to be full-time, so he can't do more work. So, with that being said, when he got eliminated, I was like, okay. And then you had the brawl between Punk, Rollins, and Roman. Roman getting his head stumped in twice. Punk and Rollins fighting it out. Punk being upset at Paul Heyman. I was like, there's a lot of stuff going on in this picture. But who's winning this Royal Rumble? I said, oh, Cena's going to win then, right? I thought so. Until it was just him and Jey Uso. I was like, okay. I mean, Jey Uso comes up as a runner-up. That's cool. I mean, that's nice. I mean, that's different, I guess. I mean, you got to make it believable, right? Until Jey won. And then I was like, oh, not only did he just win, he won, and the post-match celebration, the feel of everything reminded me way too much of Cena when he won the Royal Rumble back in 2008. Let me reflect y'all back to 2008 a little bit. When John Cena came back from his injury, remember you guys, he had tore like a bicep or something, his arm or something, and they said it was supposed to take like 6 to 8 months for him to recover. The man came back in 4 months, by the way. Shout out to Cena. Crazy, man. Crazy. That's crazy work. Can you imagine touring something and you come back half the time that they said you're supposed to come back? That's crazy work. He comes back in the Royal Rumble. He wins the Royal Rumble. He's supposed to go main event WrestleMania 24. Is that 24? WrestleMania 24. That'll be championship. He said, I'm not doing that. I'm cashing in my stuff at the next pay-per-view. I was like, wait. What? Rewind. What are you talking about, Cena? Forget waiting to WrestleMania. I want Orton in the WWE Championship at the Elimination. It was the Elimination Chamber? I don't know what pay-per-view it was. Whatever pay-per-view that was at that time frame. Cena cashed in his Money in the Bank. His WrestleMania shot at that pay-per-view. He lost. Triple threat match, also adding Triple H to the match at WrestleMania 24. That's what happened. This reminds me of this. Jey Uso wins. He's celebrating. It's a long celebration, by the way. I haven't seen a longer celebration than this. Kind of crazy, I ain't gonna lie. And I was like, man. I said, nah. I said, man. My sister's like, oh, yeah, you don't think Jay's a main eventer. I said, you're correct. She said, well, you know they got to build stars. Like, you are correct. But something threw me off. The week prior, a week ago, Jay just lost against Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship at Saturday Night's Main Event. So 7 days prior, he lost cleanly. And then you telling me 7 days later, they said, yeah, he's winning the Royal Rumble? Nah. You can't fool me. Mm-mm. You did. No, he got me. Oh, I ain't gonna lie. That boy good. Until I started thinking. Yep, I know. I know some of y'all like, maybe you should just let stuff happen. No, that's not how it works. That's not how this brain works. My prediction is he asked for the championship match earlier than WrestleMania. At the next pay-per-view. I think the next pay-per-view is the Elimination Chamber. I think we get Gunther versus Jay. The World Heavyweight Championship is on the line. Now, whether or not Jay wins it there, I don't know. But the idea of him winning at WrestleMania, that's still there. But the Cody Rhodes situation is where I'm also reflecting to. A lot of us, if not all of us, has prediction that maybe it was gonna be Punk versus Rose or something. Something. It's gonna be something. But then I had to think back, as I said what I said earlier when Kevin Owens and I was like, I don't know where Cody Rhodes go. And I remember Randy Orton. Randy Orton. Did y'all forget about that? 'Cause I almost did. You guys remember Randy Orton got taken out by Kevin Owens because Orton has been on Cody's side. Orton has also been eyeing that championship. And right now, with the promo that CM Punk dropped against Cody Rhodes, this is leading to me to believing that WrestleMania to officially put the personal stuff, the close mentorship and stuff, it's going to be Randy Orton. It's going to be Randy Orton. Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes, WWE Championship match. Why? Past history. When Cody Rhodes debuted in the WWE, he debuted next to Dusty Rhodes because Dusty Rhodes was in a feud with Randy Orton. Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes career pretty much started up against Randy Orton before he moved on to the tag team with Hardcore Harley. You fast forward a little bit later, Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase joined Randy Orton to create the group known as what? It's called Legacy. Second and third generation superstars from WWE Hall of Famers. You fast forward later on, at WrestleMania, they had a triple threat match. Orton wins. Whatever. That's when Legacy broke away and did their own thing. Now you fast forward to now to where Cody Rhodes is a big dog and has become the part of the face of the WWE. You have Randy Orton, proud of him, but that championship has always been something that Orton would like to get back. That's the personal feud they're going to go with for WrestleMania. Which would means they're not going to allow the World Championship to be overshadowed. They're not going to, are they? I don't think they are. So they have to do something with that championship. And Gunther's reign really hasn't been the same reign that it's been for the past, since he won the World Championship. It really hasn't been the same. It doesn't hit the same. My prediction is Jay asked for the match before Mania. Gunther laughs about it. Like, okay, we've done this before. I'm gonna beat you again. And then from that period of time, you can go with Jay beating them at Elimination Chamber. You can go with Gunther beating him clean again, which will just ruin Jey Uso as a wrestler. Then you have the opportunity of Gunther retaining by disqualification. What DQ disqualification would that be? You're looking at different options. There is the Sami Zayn being jealous option. There is the Drew McIntyre refusing to let another Samoan from the bloodline, from the original bloodline, to win a world championship on his watch. And then Damian Priest can be involved with that too, making it a fatal 4-way match at WrestleMania. There is options right here. I personally don't think it's going to be straight up Jay Gunther World Championship at WrestleMania. That's not it. That's definitely not it. That's not in the plans. That's my prediction. That is definitely my prediction. Jey Uso would cash in his opportunity to take the World Championship earlier, and either A, he wins it, B, he loses it, or C, it becomes a triple threat fatal 4-way match between Gunther, Jay, Damian Priest, and Drew McIntyre. Or, that's legitimately it. They have to make that title mean like it has to be bigger. It has to be bigger. Remember, Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre's World Championship last year was put on a back burner almost because of the focus on Cody, Roman, The Rock, and them. So his match got put on the back burner. Their match really got put on the back burner. And they tried to do their best to build it up, but it just wasn't the same. This year, this year, that's different. And whether they want to crown Jay the world champion through that adversity, where it's 3 other opponents that's been champions before he has been, or I think the idea is to take the title off of Gunther. I don't think this reign is anything important. I think his next championship reign would be better. I would hope. That's my prediction, man. That's a crazy prediction. They almost got me. I swear, they almost got me. I had to overthink some stuff, and I had to think through my process. But that's my prediction. It happened on Monday Night Raw on Monday, or at some point. My prediction is Jay's gonna forfeit that World Championship match to do it earlier because he feel like he can get Gunther. That's what's gonna happen. Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know. Y'all hit the comment section. But that's it. That's the fallout. That's my thought process. I'll catch y'all on the next one.